right. So welcome on back to our Saturday class. New location for today for reasons I'm not going to go into. But yeah, so we're in this space trying out a new virtual camera. Hopefully things like work out. If there's any issues, please just message me in the chat and I will address them. All right, so today we are going to do a flow that incorporates a lot of twists. Some gentle, some maybe a little bit more intense. And, the idea of like twisting being a really good opportunity to rinse everything out, to let kind of like the dirt and grime go. If you want to kind of think of that as we twist back and forth. And there are several benefits, like health benefits to twisting. It's like very restorative for our spines. Some say it can really help facilitate like digestion and things like that. So as long as you listen to your body and just kind of go smoothly, twists can be a really, really nice way to both start your day and also kind of wind things down. You notice a lot of twists happen at the end of yoga class. Well, we're going to start with some today. So let's come on down to our mat. And we're going to start in a child's pose. So find a child's pose that works for you. So that can be knees wide, hips back, or you can just have your knees underneath your hips to start and just ease in. Just take it nice and slow and breathe. Let your head be heavy on the ground. If you don't reach the ground, you can certainly put a block underneath your forehead. And that can be really nice as well. And just let yourself sink here. Just let yourself melt into the ground, really melt into the joints and the hip. And we're going to inhale to tent up on our fingertips, lifting your gaze. And we're going to exhale, walk one hand over the other to one side. Maybe your belly falls over the leg, maybe not. And melt down. And then inhale, let your breath be steady as you step one hand over the other and melt on the other side. Inhale, lift the gaze, bring one hand over the other till you come to center. Come up on those fingertips or even blocks if you have them. Inhale to send the heart forward, get that length in the back, and then exhale, melt one more time all the way down. Maybe there's some new space here or space in your body. Then we're going to slowly shift the hips up, coming into a tabletop position and just sending your knees underneath your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. All it takes is a child's pose and I'm like sweating. Good. From here, let's move through a couple rounds of cat and cow. Take whatever you need in your cat and cow. So if you want something just beyond the expansion and contraction of the body, please take it. Sometimes I like to imagine in cat and cow that when I inhale and drop the belly, that my back becomes a little bowl that fills up with like rainwater. And then on the exhale, when I push it all the way, all of the water comes trickling down the sides of my body. And I find that kind of soothing. Begin to sync your breath with your movement here. Taking deep, full breaths will also help to warm you up. The expanse of the diaphragm and lungs helps to create space in the body. It also helps to activate the internal organs, the whole internal system. When you take these full breaths, the body becomes a little more ready for what's to come. Take one more full cycle of breath. And we're going to tuck our toes and just send the hips back. Just get a little stretch here. Really feel almost like you're pushing the mat away with your hands, and the toe creases are getting nice and stretched. And then slowly come back to tabletop, and we're going to find an easy crisscross seat. So let's take a moment, find your alignment, breathe deeply. Exhale completely. Let all the air out. Feel yourself almost like a vacuum bag, just becoming completely spaceless with the exhale, and then fill back up, reinflate with the inhale. And again, exhale completely down to that last sip of breath. And inhale all the way into the belly. Refill with air. It's especially nice to breathe this way before twisting, because it really gets the lower back, the lower belly involved. And that's where we originate a lot of our twisting from. So we're just kind of warming that up, getting it prepared. Let's close our eyes for a moment. You can have the backs of the hands resting on the knees if you like. And just arrive to this moment. Maybe you're in a new space. I'm in a new space. Let yourself settle like a pin on a map. This place and this time. Excellent. And you're going to blink your eyes open. Feel that refreshing energy as you take back in the light. We're going to place our right fingertips down on the ground behind us, or you can even have the hand flat, and we're going to reach the left hand across the body and stretch to the right. On an exhale, swing it down, glide to the other side. Left hand behind, right hand up and over. Good. Exhale, glide to the other side. You can continue in this fashion. If you want a little more, you can always lift the hips. Just gently lift up and down. Breath comes first. Movement follows. Take a couple more rounds, couple more cycles of breath, really letting yourself feel the breath and the stretch and the expanse before gently guiding it back down. Maybe one more each side. And when you have finished, just come back into your easy seat. Welcome that little rest. Find that alignment. And we breathe here. Even the gentle twisting really helps us feel the breath more deeply. Maybe we feel more grounded as well. From here, again, we're going to place the right hand behind us. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twisting to the right, letting the left hand be anywhere on that leg. Twisting to the right. Inhale is where we find the length, and the exhale is where we twist. On an inhale, carefully guide the left shoulder back so the twist is truly just happening in the lower half of the body. Then inhale And then exhale, release. Notice any sensations you might feel around your ribs or anywhere in your body. Nice and easy. Let's go into the other side. So left hand is going to place behind you, somewhere that's supportive, like a little anchor for you to pivot around. Right hand is going to go up and then gently guide it through the air onto the left leg. Inhale, tall spine, find the space between the vertebrae. And then exhale, twisting to the left. On an inhale, carefully just bring the right shoulder back so it's in its little pocket, so that the twist is really happening in the lower belly, the lower back. One more, inhale. And then exhale, carefully release the twist. I always feel kind of gooey after. Bring in any more movements to help you feel neutral in your spine. Maybe that's a couple of shoulder rolls. Maybe that's a couple of shoulder shimmies. Good. And then we will come once more onto our hands and knees into our tabletop. Good. Take one more round of cat and cow here. Man, really press it out. Come into your neutral spine. You're going to extend, well, I'm facing the wrong way, but you are going to extend the right leg out, and I'm just flexing my foot. Carefully walk the hands up to your hips. Deep breath. Exhale. We're going to lift the left hand and glide down the right leg. Gaze up to the heavens. And then your next inhale, come on back. Guide the hands slowly back to those tabletop arms, bringing in the knee tabletop. One round of cow and cat. We're going to set up for the other side. I'm just going to create a little room. Neutral spine. You're going to pick up the left leg, send it straight across, toes pointing to the front of the room. Gently guide those hands up where you feel stable. I'm going to angle so you can sort of see me. There we go. Inhale, heart lift, a gentle tuck of the tailbone. Exhale, let the right fingers float up as you glide down the left side. Gaze up to the sky. And then inhale, come on back vertically. Guide those hands down to the mat. Gently bring in your leg and a round of cat and cow. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to press the right leg back and lift the heel, keeping the hips square. Inhale here, feel the belly button pulling towards the spine energetically. Exhale, you're going to turn the foot out to the right side and bend that knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, back. Final time. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, send it back. Square the hips, toe towards the ground, bend the knee again, this time heel towards the ceiling. Then on an inhale, lift the knee a little higher, trying to keep that spine engaged, the abs engaged, and lower. Breath. And breathe. One more time, feeling the power in the arms. And this time, just bring it through, knee to elbow, and try your best to get that shin through. So kind of like a half pigeon setup. Right knee towards right elbow, leg through. Good, and then we're going to lift the back knee, swivel ourselves down into a very gentle half pigeon. We're still warming up, so don't feel you have to hit your max. Just get a little stretch in those legs. We're gonna lift our heart here. Exhale to hold. Let the shoulders drop. Inhale, feel lift. Exhale, send your hips to one side. Swing those legs out in front and find yourself back into our tabletop position. I'm going to take another round of cow-cat. Really letting things flow, glide today. Nothing forced. Everything kind of, you just sort of never stop moving. Planting the palms firmly on the ground. You're going to inhale, stretch the left leg behind, keeping the foot flexed. Lift the toes off the ground. I have my leg more or less in line with my spine. We're going to turn the toes out to the left side. Take a breath in. Gaze just ahead of your fingertips. Exhale, bringing left knee to left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, bring it back. And really feel that knee is pressing the air out of your body. And back, rotating the legs so the toes are down, hips are square, bending that left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last round. Inhale, lift. We're going to swing it through, sending the left knee towards the left elbow, trying to get that foot in front of the right thigh. Make any adjustments you need to make that possible. And then just set up for your pigeon. I'm curling my toes under to lift my knee and then pressing it back. Kind of like my foot is walking on its own. It's like an uncle foot. What's it, like the hand from Addams Family? Like it just sort of does its own thing and it gets place to place. You're gonna have your hands in a place that is supportive on the ground. Inhale, the heart lifts. Exhale, just to settle. Inhale, breath. Tall spine, aligned head, heart, pelvis. Exhale, settle. We're going to send our hips to the left side. You can guide those legs around. Keep them going until we come back into our tabletop. Ta-da! We're going to square everything off. So today, instead of walking our palms ahead of our shoulders, we're going to keep them directly under and have a little bit of a shorter stance to start our downward dogs today. Just a slightly narrower triangle, an acute angle. So keeping the hands underneath shoulders, begin to tuck the toes, send the hips back and up, take it nice and slowly. Really feel into that transition. Let things be fluid at the top. Taking little steps, bending the knees, really easing and oozing into it. Whatever movements feel good and right to help you ultimately find some stillness and begin to settle. Taking a deliberate breath through your nose all the way into your belly. Exhale it out, big sigh. Again, just like that. You're going to lift on an inhale, the right heels to the sky, look just ahead of you. We're going to shift so our shoulders are over our wrists, bring that knee towards the nose, cheetah pose. Take a breath. One more inhale and exhale. Launch that foot in between the hands. Take as many steps as you need. Find your high lunge for a moment. Long spine, back heel pressing towards the back wall. And then exhale, lowering down onto that back knee. You can tuck or untuck the toes. And walk yourself up. Take a breath here. Exhale. Going to inhale the arms up. Exhale, twisting to that right side. So the same leg that's out is the side we're twisting to. We're going to continue with this twist by dropping the right arm down. Maybe you can reach towards the left hip. Little balancing act. Twisting to the right. Inhale to unbind. Come on back to center. And then twisting to the open side, to the left. Find your balance. Inhale, two arms up, facing the front. Exhale, left hand is going to come down to the inner edge of the right foot. Right arm is tall. We're going to, you can either stay like this, or you can tuck the toes, lift the back leg, open twist. By lift the back leg, keep the toes on the ground. Don't just like lift it into the air. Just lift the knees. Exhale. Plant the right hand down next to the right foot. Keep your knee up in the back leg, high lunge. Exhale, plant the hands on the inside of that foot so you can just send the top foot back and adjust for your chaturanga. Knees can drop, chest shifts forward, leading with that heart as we come on down, pressing up into cobra or upward facing dog. And then just find a child's pose. Let's just take it easy. Well, rather than easy, let's take it with ease. So a lot of these poses aren't so easy, but where we can find a little give, a little sense of ease, doesn't that just make our lives like so much more comfortable? And then inhale, coming to our tabletop position. From here, again, you can keep your hands under your shoulders if you like. Otherwise, you can walk them forward a little bit. We're going to tuck our toes and come into downward facing dog. You called it. Let's just take notice of our palms, making sure that our index fingers are pointing straight ahead. And that all 10 knuckles, especially the index finger, is pressing into the floor. Going to inhale, left leg into the sky. Exhale to shift the shoulders over the wrists, bringing that knee towards the nose. Hold for an inhale. Hold, exhale. Final breath in. On that exhale, launch that foot in between your hands. Find your high lunge for a moment, long spine. And then exhale, gently guide the back knee down. Tuck or untuck the toes and find your body vertical. Already, you might be feeling a little off balance, and that's absolutely great. This is what we're playing with. We're going to inhale, arms rise tall, gaze lifts, all the energy is going up. And then we twist from that lower belly to the left side, opening those hands. Take a couple breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, perhaps the left hand can reach towards the right thigh as the right arm comes over that ear, your ear. You kind of twist that body a little more. And then carefully unwind. Come on back. Neutral, arms up. Exhale, twisting open side. So now my body's twisting to the right. So this open-faced sandwich twist. And just find your stability here. Find everything kind of drawing in. That will keep you stable. And then inhale, two arms up. Gaze lifts. Exhale, right arm comes to the inside of that left leg and twist to the left. Option to tuck the toes, lift the back knee. And breathe. Again, we're still gliding. Letting our breath bring a sense of ease to our positions. On your next exhale, sending the left hand down. We're going to frame the front foot, find your high lunge, and then bring the left hand next to the right, so that way you can just send that leg back. Readjust, find your position for chaturanga. And then exhale into a downward facing dog. Good. Once here, open your legs a little wider, maybe as wide as your mat. My phone out of the way. And be this wide-legged downward dog. Take a breath in, full emptying exhale. One more deep breath in. Let it go. From here, you're going to lift your left hand, crossing over the belly button and reaching towards that right ankle. Maybe you want to take a couple steps in to make it more accessible. Maybe you want to bend the knees. Wherever you are, see if you can use that right hand to pivot the body a little more towards the sun. So you're kind of, instead of the body going down, you're sending the ribs towards the sky. And then carefully release. Take a breath. Exhale. Whew. Lifting the right hand towards the left ankle, bending as needed, and twisting the body to the left side. And releasing. From here, bending the legs deeply, you can hop or step. I'm going to face you. Your feet outside of your pinkies. Turn the toes out and find your malasana, your squat. A block is really nice here. I thought I had one. If you'd like to feel supported. If not, find what works for you. Hands come to prayer. Deep breath in. Full exhale. Find a place you can sustain. So your booty may not be very close to the ground. Maybe to hold it for a period of time, you actually have to lift it up and use the bigger quad muscles. That's a-okay. Find a place you can sustain and maybe settle into for a second. And then very carefully, we're going to plant the hands on the ground. Begin to lift the hips, turning the toes to the front. Roll on up. One vertebra at a time. Arms out and up. Tall mountain. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Wide-legged mountain. Let your eyes close. Let your breath quiet everything down. Excellent. From here, we're going to blink our eyes open. If you'd like to face the long edge of the mat, that's, I'm talking to my camera, I'm talking to my laptop, not my camera. If you'd like to face the long edge of the mat, you may do so. Your legs can go quite a bit wider. We're going to go into a couple of folds. So find a wide position, maybe as wide as your kind of wingspan as we fly away. Have a gentle bend in the knees so the knees aren't locked. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, begin to fold. Once down here, try to send the tailbone towards the ground. So you're kind of curving the lower spine. So instead of your tailbone flaring up to the sky, tuck it back in. Bend those knees deeply, roll up. Inhale, open those wings. Exhale, hands are going to clasp behind your back. Inhale, long. Exhale, fold. Find your breath. Bend those knees, carefully unfold. Inhale, arms out. Chest lifts, and this time your hands can kind of go wherever. If you want your hands to be on the floor in front of you, if you want to repeat what we just did, I'm going to guide my hands down my legs and reach towards my big toes, maybe use my peace fingers to reach around those big toes. Whatever feels accessible, comfortable, helpful. And breathe. Allow yourself to reach your edge and then just relax there. If it's hard to relax there, maybe take a couple steps back from your edge and relax there instead. From here, you're going to plant the hands on the ground in front of you if you're not already there. And we're going to walk hand over hand to the right foot, letting the right foot point towards the front, point towards the front, framing the front foot as the left foot is pointing out, and then windmill those arms up, warrior two to the right. Gazing over the right fingers, right toes and right fingers in the same direction, left toes out to the side. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, forearm to thigh. Extend out through those fingers. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, you're going to bring your hands to prayer as we rotate to the right on the back ball of your foot. So you're going to rotate so much that your tucked back toes, and you come to your knee. Keep twisting with the body. Perhaps we connect left elbow to right leg. Option to open the arms here. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, tucking back toes, lifting back knee as just an option. And exhale, lower knee back down. Carefully untwist that elbow. Take a breath in your low lunge. Exhale to frame the front foot as we lift the back knee. And just as we came in, you're going to walk hand over hand, taking that right foot with you till we come back into our forward fold. Release here for a moment. Inhale, maybe a little halfway lift just to get some breath in. And then exhale, we're going to walk hand over hand to that left side, letting that left foot point to the front, keeping the right foot pointed out. Begin to frame that front foot with the hands. Take a breath. And on the exhale, press into those feet, windmill those arms up, warrior two, left leg. Make any adjustments you need at the top. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale. Extend your side angle. Really reach. You can almost feel like in your armpit, everything just stretching out. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, we begin to bring our hands to heart center. Rotating on the ball of the back foot till we come to a kneeling lunge. Continue to twist the upper body, connecting right elbow to outside of left leg. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to expand those wings and feel into that. If your arms are open, allow them to come back to the heart center. Another option, to press firmly into the ball of the back foot and lift the knee. Gaze up to the ceiling or down to the ground. On an exhale, lower down. Carefully untwist those arms. Maybe we come up to a lunge for a moment. Exhale, plant those hands on either side of that left foot.
lifting the right knee, carefully walking back as we came in, pausing in the center, allowing both feet to reach to point to the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale to bend those knees, tuck the tailbone, and almost let your arms just like drip up off the ground, weightless, as you roll up, bit by bit. Roll the shoulders back. Good. When you get here, you can jump or heel toe the feet back together. And shake it out. Well done. From here, you can continue to face the long edge of the mat. We're going to bring our big toes to touching. You can have like a little like sliver of pie between the heels. They don't have to be touching. Roll back the shoulders and just feel into the stability here. And then gently, we're going to bend our knees, reach the arms back and through, sit back into your chair pose. Breathe here, a gentle tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, tall, straighten up. Exhale, forward fold. You can allow your knees to be perfectly bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From this deep fold, bend the knees, big toes touch, bringing those arms out in front. And then opening them to the side, breath in. Exhale, eagle arms, left arm underneath right, and then twist as much more as you like. Option, as we lift the elbows away, to balance on that left foot. Maybe we lift the right foot in the air, and maybe we come into an eagle variation. Take it wherever you want, whether that's just playing with the balance, whether you want to twist it 2 or 3 times, whatever works. And then carefully unwind the arms, deep breath in, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, deep bend in the knees, arms come back and through. Find your chair. Exhale, arms out to the side. Breathe in fully. And the exhale, the right arm comes behind the left. Twist as many times as feels good. Lift those elbows away. And play with the balance on the right leg. Lifting the right leg, the left leg in the air and crossing it over the right. And breathe. Find something to focus your gaze on. And then carefully unwind the legs, unwind the arms, reach up, deep breath in, and forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend those knees, roll on up 1 vertebrae at a time, like you're just coming out of like an oozing pond or something. You're just kind of dripping out. Arms come up overhead, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. From here, we're going to cross right leg over left. Inhale, the arms lift, gaze lifts, everything lifts. And the exhale, everything falls, everything lowers as we fold down. You can absolutely bend the knees. Let your head be heavy, maybe shake your head yes and no to ensure that the neck is nice and loose. And then bend your knees, roll on up 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll back the shoulders, uncross the legs, shake them out. And then the other side. You're going to cross the left leg over right. Inhale, everything lifts, ascends, rises. And then exhale, everything slowly settles, floats to the ground, knees bent. Neck is loose. And then slowly roll up. Ant on my leg. And roll the shoulders back. We're going to uncross the legs. We're going to come back to the front of the mat, the short edge, for our final bit of standing flow. So feet hip width distance apart. Find your alignment again. Find your orientation. Just take stock of where you are in space right now. Deep breath to help settle. Exhale. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Reach those arms out and up. Exhale. Send it all down. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. From here, bend your knees as much as you can to plant those hands on the floor. And we're going to lift the left leg up and big step back. Good. Coming into our high runner's lunge here. However you can use your thigh for support. Bring your body up off that leg. Inhale, two arms up. Exhale, twist to the right like we did on our kneeling pose. Arms open wide, gaze wherever helps you feel stable. Maybe right out in front, maybe behind towards those back fingers. Carefully drop that right hand towards the back leg. Lifting the left arm, gentle twist here. As gentle and graceful as we can. Wobbling is encouraged. And then untwist, two arms up, square the hips. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, up, center. Exhale, we're going to put our weight in the front leg and step the back leg in. Exhale, lower the arms. Good work. Roll back the shoulders. Find your alignment again at the top of the mat. Feet hips width distance apart. Bend those knees, reach those arms out and up. The final reach to the sky, make it count. And then we descend in our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you can to flatten out those palms. And big step of the right leg. Big step back, making sure the front leg is knee over heel. Square those hips and then come lift the body off the thigh, arms up, back heel pressing towards the back wall. Inhale up, exhale, twist to the left, open those arms, find stability. Inhale, hold. Exhale, dropping the left arm to the back leg. Right arm can come up over the ear as we twist a little more. Next inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, opening out to the right. Inhale, up and center. Exhale, be prepared to launch off that back leg. Send the back leg forward. And forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step one foot back, then the other. Take a final chaturanga. And we will meet in child's pose. Our home base for today's practice. Notice if this lands a little differently, or if you've taken a slightly different version. Where did your body take you with the child's pose cue? Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck those toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, left heel lifts. exhale, you're going to cross that knee, left knee towards the right elbow, and then extend that leg, let it fall to the ground. Perhaps you stay here. Perhaps you peel the right arm up to the sky, fallen star. Keep those hips lifting to the sky. Exhale, lower the hand down. Send that left leg back and up. Drop it on down to downward. And then shift forward to drop the knees, send it back. Child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Extend the leg straight on the left side. Maybe you stay here. Maybe on your next inhale, you peel the left hand up to the sky. You can always rotate the back foot so it's planted if that makes you feel more stable. Exhale, lower the hand back down. Bring that leg through three-legged dog. Exhale, send it down, knees drop. And instead of child's pose, bring your forearms to the ground, puppy pose. Perhaps your forehead is resting on the floor. Perhaps your elbows are lifted and your chin is on the floor. Find your version. And then from here, lifting on to our forearms, just gently let the hips drop in between, Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath shoulders, energetically pressing the heart through the shoulders, and then pushing the shoulders away from the ears, creating a lot of space there. Take a couple breaths. And then exhale, lower all the way down, resting one cheek on the floor. And then maybe we switch cheeks to rest on. And finally, bringing forehead to the mat. We're going to interlace our hands behind our back or just let them be straight. We're going to inhale, peel the shoulders and forehead off the mat, keeping the tops of the toes pressing into the floor. Keep breathing here. One more breath. And then the exhale, slowly release. On our next round, we're also going to lift the legs. So the only thing keeping us grounded is our middle body. So we'll set up, we'll bring our forehead to the mat, clasp or straighten the arms behind you. Take a breath to prepare. A full exhale. Next inhale, peel everything off the floor that you can. Feet, knees, maybe even like your thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Bring the heels closer together, shoulder blades closer together, heart forward, fingertips towards the heels. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. You can bring your hands, elbows in line with your shoulders, and just bend the knees and gently rock them side to side. Gently release the feet back to the ground. Hands under shoulders helps you press into your tabletop. You're going to tuck the toes, lift into a downward, take a breath. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, right heels lift. Exhale, shifting forward, sending the right knee towards the right wrist, letting the shin just drape onto the floor. Just gonna squeegee out the back leg, finding our half pigeon one more time. Hips square right in the middle of both legs. Inhale, tall. And exhale, melt wherever you want to go. Using a block can be really nice under your forehead or under your forearms. Settle here. If you're having trouble settling, take a couple steps back and find a place where you're more comfortable, so that way your body really opens up in this position. And then carefully using your hands, press your body up. If you'd like, you can bend the back foot a little bit, using your left arm to reach towards it, making sure you really relax the quad before any pulling. So really relax it here, feel loose. And then you may gently guide that foot closer to your booty, but really listening to the sensations of your body. You definitely don't want to go too far here. Then on an exhale, release it down, send your hips off to the right, swing them around, give them a little shake. Ooh. And then crossing the legs, you're gonna roll through, coming back to that tabletop, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, deep breath here. Exhale to lift the left leg, shifting forward, left knee to left wrist, draping the shin along the ground as you just kind of creep and crawl that right foot back. Inhale, heart lifts, shoulders lower, and then exhale, melt. Whatever feels good for you. Can you breathe into that left hip and mindfully let it relax, mindfully let the tension go little by little. And carefully using your hands to roll back up. Option to bend the right leg, using the left hand to reach for the toes, and just mindfully relaxing that quad before we do any sort of pulling. When you feel a little bit of relaxation, maybe we gently use our arm to guide that heel closer to our booty, getting a nice quad stretch while we are here. And then carefully release. Send those hips down to the left. Guide those legs. Feel free to tuck the knees and just do a couple of rocks back and forth, up and down, resetting everything. And when you have done enough rocking and rolling, planting the feet on the ground, rolling the body down, arms out, or in football posts, goal post arms. You're going to inhale, lift the right leg and cross it over the left. And gently let the knees drop to the left side. Breathing into this. Supine twist, gaze can be over to the left shoulder. If this is intense, just bring the knees a little further away from the body, and that will relieve some of the tightness of the twist. Inhale, come back to neutral, uncross the legs, crossing left knee over right. Let them drop Gently to the right side, gaze can be over left shoulder this time. Eyes can be closed. Really rinsing everything out. Becoming fresh and cleansed. Inhale, knees come up, uncross. And this time we're going to cross right ankle over left thigh, kind of like a broken figure four. But instead of reaching through, we're just going to let those knees once again drop to the left side. Perhaps the sole of the right foot lands on the ground. Then gently allowing the knee of the top leg, the right knee, to move to the front of the mat, so further away from your face. Inhale, come back to center, uncross that configuration, and then lifting up the left leg, crossing left ankle over right side, letting that whole shape drape to the left side, noticing, you might notice in the hips a little bit of sensation in the thigh, allowing the top knee, the left knee, to move a little further away from your face towards the opposite wall. And inhale, come on back to center, uncross those legs, and just tuck in the knees. Give them a little hug. Maybe your neck comes off the ground as you really hug into yourself. Deep breath in, and then exhale, release it all onto the mat. Take any pillows or comforts that you want, and allow yourself to find rest. Give yourself the permission to take a couple of moments today to not be anywhere, not be pulled anywhere else but here. Allowing silence and peace to wash over you like a gift. Allow yourself to appreciate settling without doing anything. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your body to relax. If your mind needs a place to go, gently encourage it to land on a pleasant sensation or maybe a good memory. Just allow yourself something nice, something sweet to stay with you. Shavasana. Deep cleansing breath in. Fully emptying breath out. Invite small movements back into your body from your outermost edges. And gradually allow those movements to get bigger. Still slow and smooth, but maybe we work into the folds of our bodies, our joints, our bellies. And find yourself beginning to stretch it out, making any movements that facilitate this expansive space taking upness. And as you are ready, gently roll over onto your favorite side, tucking those knees in, resting your head on an arm or the floor. On your next exhale, using the strength in your arms to press the body up to an easy seated position. Pressing hands over heart into your body. And allowing a sort of circular energy to flow from your hands back into your body, around and around, keeping this energy contained within you and keeping it warm and alive and active. Send an inhale from your hands to your heart, an inhale of gratitude. And exhale. Bringing your hands to press against one another in front of your heart in prayer. One more breath here. And exhale, sending the thumbs to the forehead. Breath in. And then exhale, breath out as you gently bow forward in conclusion of our practice together. I want to thank you for your presence and for your practice. Namaste. I hope you have a good and beautiful rest of this sunny Saturday. Whew. I'm feeling very chill right now. So have a good one. Take care and stay tuned for this wacky schedule for the next couple weeks. We will get back into a good rhythm soon. So hang in there. I'll see you all soon and take care.